everyone, my name is Richie and welcome back to another video. Today you join me for something a little bit different. We've got Train Sim World 5 coming out in a couple of weeks time, so I thought to celebrate that, let's go back all the way to the beginning and play the first ever Train Sim World. Well, the first ever Train Sim World was CSX Heavy Haul, but I've not got that on the PlayStation. I've got the earliest version I can get my hands on, which is this one, Train Sim World 2020. This is a throwback with the music in the background. You know, this is so iconic. Look at this. But yeah, today we're gonna have a little look at this. We're gonna have a little look at the menu, look at sort of like the controls and the UI and all that sort of stuff, and kind of compare it to Train Sim World 4 and obviously soon to be Train Sim World 5, and look how much the game has changed in about 5-6 years. It's changed a lot. Obviously we don't have this music, we have more like an orchestra sort of type menu music. So yeah, I'm going to jump on into Train Sim World 2020 and give a go with probably Great Western Express, because that's going to be updated as part of Train Sim World 5. So let's jump on into it. I'm excited for this. Right, straight off the back, this is throwing me right back to about 5 years ago, because, you know, you used to be able to select a unit and it'd spawn in on the platform. Oh, it's quite cool. Anyway, we need to create a new profile. Let me give me that character. Neutral outfit. Oh yeah, we've got all these as well, haven't we? We've got all the different uniforms. Hold on, let's have a look at the different uniforms. There we go, the nice suited man. This music is proper throwing me back. I love this music, it's so iconic. Anyway, let's select and let's call ourselves Richie, because that's my name, innit? So let's call ourselves that. Cool. There we go, confirm, and let's jump on into the main menu. Oh my goodness, this loading screen, it's throwing me right back. Welcome to Train Sim World. Oh my goodness. Right, we're gonna get the full shebang now, aren't we?
The main controls of exploring.
Oh my goodness, I completely forgot about this. Right, so this is the first
main interaction method in Train Sim World.
It is indeed. Oh my god, the noises and everything.
You've just been awarded some action points.
Beautiful,
yeah.
Yeah.
Displayed in the top right corner of the screen and count towards your overall experience.
Lovely stuff.
It is necessary to be fully observant of the surrounding world.
Oh, we need to do that whole up, down, left, right thing, don't we? I'm so glad that this isn't a thing anymore. Completely forgot that was a thing.
Besides operating trains, there are lots of requirements to navigate on foot. Try moving around now.
Okay, we can do that. Off we go. Oh my god, yeah, to run you have to press R2. Oh, it's default run now, isn't it?
To complete this objective.
Right, I'll run over here. Cool. Lovely jubbly. Open the doors.
Some doors.
Let's hop on. I'm ignoring him. I know what to do. I know what to do.
In the indicated seat.
Okay.
It's now time to head up to the front.
Let's
Follow
do
the
that.
indicated markers.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Right, let's hop in.
A lot of time. A heads up.
Oh my god, look at the hood. Look at the hood at the bottom right. Oh my goodness. Right, can we set up?
In the top right are the signal and speed limit displays. These feature an indication of what is approaching and a countdown distance to when they will come into effect.
Excellent stuff. Right, continue. I want to set up, come on. Camera motion sway, this can be enabled in the game settings. Camera motion sway, isn't that default now? Right, let's go. Oh my, look at the UI. I mean, it's a little bit, it's similar to what it is now, but I forget. Oh my goodness, it's all this. Hold on, how do I do this now? Rear camera. I've forgotten all the buttons. Right, how do I change the camera again now? You have to hold, okay, right, so you have to hold the button. It's completely different now, the controls. Right, increase the throttle all the way, yeah? Oh, okay.
Continue your journey in Train Sim World.
I certainly will.
Take part in training designed to teach you how to operate on the railway.
Wonderful.
Engage in scenarios that will present challenges and enhance your skills. Dive into a full timetable on the railway. Whether you're driving, riding, or watching trains, you have the freedom of the line. Each route has a set of jobs, such as posters to place or fences to fix. Find them all and complete the job list for each route. Welcome to Train Sim World.
Wonderful. Right, let's jump into a route. Let's have a look at the main menu. Even this is all, I mean, it's similar to what it's like now, but, you know, playing a lot of the new versions of Train Sim World, it's completely different. Like, you know, there's more information. The routes look better now. I know obviously the older routes that haven't been upgraded to top 4 look very much the same, but you know, you can definitely tell that there's been a lot of improvements over the many iterations of Train Sim World. Anyway, let's jump back into the main menu and have a look at what sort of trains we can drive. Oh my goodness, look at the main menu. This is absolutely nuts. Oh, this is so iconic. This is fantastic. Oh, we've got new, oh no way, I forgot about that route. we can drive that. I tell you what, we're going to do that today, because that's New York Trenton, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at that. But this UI, this is madness. Obviously, one thing to notice is that I've only got 6 routes installed, which is mad to think about. Obviously, I got TrainSimWorld around about the end of 2019, so a lot of the routes and stuff and lots of the DLCs that I bought were for TrainSimWorld 2 and onwards. So when I first got TrainSimWorld 2020, I obviously got I think I got like a deluxe edition or something like that, and it basically gave me the 6 routes that you see here. And then eventually the routes and the DLCs that I did go on to buy were TrainSimWorld 2 and onwards. So it's so weird seeing only 6 routes when now I've got like 45 in my collection. Right, so we're going to jump into Northeast Corridor, New York, just to have a little look at that, because that's going to be a right throwback. Obviously, I did say I was going to have a look at Great Western Express, but I forgot that that route existed. So let's jump into this route.
This is an ACS-64 electric locomotive, also known as the Amtrak City Sprinter.
Oh, yeah.
It's used exclusively in the northeastern United States. Climb
Wonderful.
aboard to get started.
Okie dokie, we can do that.
Through the door in front of you.
I forget that we can't run. It's R2 to run now. I want to quickly look at Newark Airport, because this is so much different now. Obviously, if you went down that way, I keep wanting to zoom, but obviously you've got this whole thing. We don't have that anymore. But, you know, go down that way, you head towards Trenton, and I think, yeah, so if you keep going down that way, you head to Trenton. But this route goes all the way up to, is it New Rochelle up here somewhere? So that's quite cool. I probably should give this route a whole like go for itself. Also, can we just talk about the route map? And it's got a little green icon. I think it's orange now, isn't it? And obviously we're going to have the live map once TrainSimWorld 5 comes out.
To begin powering the locomotive, first press the battery button for at least 5 seconds.
Okie dokie, let's do that. Where's the battery button? Is it here? Cool. Wonderful.
Next, head through the door to the right and down the corridor to the pantograph selector panel.
How do I do that? Door. Ah, there you go. I don't know if it's just me, but the graphics seem so much better in the newer versions. I know that's kind of obvious, but when we've got the ACS-64 in Boston Sprinter, this looks so much nicer in the Boston Sprinter version. Obviously, this was good for its time, but yeah, you can definitely tell there's some graphical differences. Pantograph, what do we need to do there? Put it to rear. There you go.
Head
Wonderful.
back to the cab, and when ready, climb into the engineer's seat.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Wonderful. Toggle R3
Press
to
the
do...
pantograph up button to connect it with the overhead wires.
Where? This one? There you go. Cool.
Finally, move the main circuit breaker, or MCB, into the closed position.
Okie dokie. Is that this one? Close. Wonderful.
To show that
Excellent.
this locomotive is operational, set the headlights to bright and turn the ditch lights on.
Okie dokie. So that's... They need to be on bright. Wonderful. And ditch lights are on. There we go. Cool.
Use the reverser to set the direction of travel. Move the lever to the forward position.
Let's do that. Put that into forwards. Wonderful. The horn sounds so much different now. It sounds like a lot more echoey in the new version. How do we turn the bell off? I forget how to do that. Bell off. Right, cool. Power to 40%. Okay, let's do that. Let's go. I forget how to go. External camera. Free camera, front camera. What's interesting is that I can't figure out a way to move the camera around. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or if I'm so used to doing it with TrainSimWorld 4 that like there's a different way to do it now. But it's weird doing it this way. It's completely throwing me off. I'm going to stay in the front though. Accelerate to 40 mile an hour. Okay, we can do that. What's so weird is that I can't zoom in. Like if I press up on the analog stick, you can't zoom in, which is so weird because I'm always doing that. It's sort of like a second nature thing, zooming in and looking at the platforms and whatever's up ahead.
Set the master controller back to idle.
Okay, I can do that. Idle. There we go. Wonderful.
To bring the
Excellent.
locomotive to a gentle stop, move the automatic brake into the minimum application position.
Okie dokie, I can try that.
And that's all there is to it. Pretty simple.
It is very simple indeed. Wonderful. It's completely throwing me off. This is absolutely nuts. I tell you what I want to do. I want to have a look at that La Rochelle or New Rochelle or whatever the station's called and jump in there. It's going to be so weird. Right, we're back in the main menu now, and look at this. This is completely throwing me back. Obviously, you've got the station there that if you was to go into the timetable mode and select a unit, it'll just spawn there. Look at this. There you go. Look at that. Brilliant. And you've also got some freight as well. Wonderful stuff. Some CSX stuff, obviously, from Heavy Hull. But yeah, we're going to jump into the timetable and have a look at what can we do in the ACS 64. Oh my goodness, look at this. I mean, it's very similar to what it's like now, don't get me wrong. Very hard to read. I'm glad that they've updated it because, you know, the newer versions of the UI, you can see how long a run takes, and now with Train Sim World 5, you will see conductor mode and stuff like that. So it's very cool to see that we've got new versions of the UI and a lot more information in the UI. Obviously, here you can't really tell how long a run's going to be, but there's a lot of services on there. I want to jump into a service at New Rochelle. There we go, Boston to Washington DC. Let's jump into that and let's have a look. It's very weird seeing Train Sim World 5 adverts in Train Sim World 2020. That's quite bizarre. And here we go. Right, let me get into the external camera and have a little look around. Wonderful. How on earth do you move the camera around now? I can't remember how to do it. Free camera. I can't remember what the button was now. Oh, camera mode, triangle. There you go. I forget that you have to do that. You have to press triangle to get the thing moving around. Because I remember, yeah, there you go. You've got that thing where you can fly around. You don't have that in the new camera mode. I'd love for them to have that again so we can do flyby mode shots and stuff like that. I need to actually get a screenshot somewhere. So I'm going to set my lights up and do another little screenshot. Right, let's get ourselves set up. Interestingly, unlike newer versions of Train Sim World, you can't turn the HUD off like with one button. So I think if you hold the options button or the share button, or one of the two, on Train Sim World 4, you can hide all the HUD elements, so obviously you can take a nicer screenshot, because obviously we don't have photo mode either in this version of Train Sim World, so it's quite weird. It's completely throwing me off how we have to like hold the analog stick to change cameras. So definitely one thing to take away from this is that the camera, like the controls are so much easier for like the camera movements, and you know, going in and out the train, it's a lot more seamless. So it's definitely had a lot more improvements from the controls point of view. Anyway, let's get ourselves set up. I need to put that into forwards, don't I? That's in forwards, and then we should be able to just go straight away. Oh no, wait, we need to unlock the doors. How do you unlock the doors now? Oh, that's the lights. Wait, how do you unlock the doors? Oh, of course, you have to hold left on the D-pad. Oh, this is throwing me off. Normally you just press right, but in this version, hold on, if I go back to the free camera and do that, if I... Oh, what? I'm so confused. Obviously you can change the lights there, but if you do that, that changes the lights, which is not a control anymore. Oh, this is completely throwing me off. What the chuff? I've turned the window wipers on. How have I done that? Right, I just want to open the doors on the left-hand side. Unlock left, right. And then I need to shut the right doors because I've opened them by accident. Right, we're loading passengers. This is completely throwing me off. Turn the window wipers off. Right. Window wipers off. Oh no, the window wipers are stuck on. Why is that not stopping? Stop window wiping! Stop it! Oh goodness, I thought I broke it. So yeah, as our passengers are loading up, let's have a little look around New Rochelle. This is all quite weird. This is really bizarre. Wouldn't this be on the New Haven line? I don't know this station all too well, or this part of New York all too well. But, you know, hopefully we see this remodeled at some point. Because it'd be cool to go up here. Because I think there's a few stations up here, isn't there? Obviously, New York Penn is somewhere. I think, is this New... No, that's not New York Penn. New York Penn's there. There you go. That's Sunnyside Yard, and then if you go down this way, it heads towards, goes along towards Jamaica on the Long Island Railroad. So if you go down here, there's a couple of stations. I'm not too sure how many there. So it'd be cool to definitely see this reworked in the game, because obviously now we've had this portion of the line redone. So hopefully we could see that. Is that another service coming in there? Look at that. Wonderful. Right. Well, your lights aren't on properly, but sure, that's okay. Right. One thing as well to notice is that there's no PIS boards. One thing that we're having all Train Sim World routes now is PIS boards. Right, let's lock our doors. How do we do that now? Hold on. Camera mode needs to be off. Right, let's unlock our door. Let's lock the doors even. Right, and then it'd be 16 miles to Penn. I won't be doing that. I just wanted to have a little look at the station. What I'm going to do is very quickly jump into New York Penn and have a little look around Penn Station, because obviously that's changed a lot since this version of Train Sim World. So let's jump into New York Penn, and then I'm going to do a little bit of an outro. But it's been cool to have a little look at Train Sim World 2020 and all the different aspects of it. Right, here we go, we're in New York Penn. One thing I want to do is have a little fly around. Now that I can do that fast fly around thing that we can't do anymore, I'm going to go into the free camera, and I'm going to go towards, I need to make sure the camera mode is on. I want to go towards Sunnyside Yard, which I think is over here, this way. Yeah, so I'm going to fly through this tunnel and go across to Sunnyside Yard and have a look over here. It's going to look really, really weird. So here we are at Sunnyside Yard. For some reason, when you go into the free camera and you fly through these tunnels, it doesn't like it. It kicks you out of the game. It says that you've reached the edge of the representative area. So I've spawned in on foot, which also works, which is good to know. And this is Sunnyside Yard, obviously very quiet. I don't think there's any overhead wires, or if there is, they're very faint anyway. But this is so weird seeing all this. Obviously now, in like Long Island Railroad, you can quite clearly see the New York skyline, and you can see a lot more stock in here. It just looks different. There's also like this like misty thing, like if you look in the distance there's sort of like this mist in the distance. So we don't see that as much anymore in the new versions of Train Sim World. So yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird seeing all this, you know, this sort of map and lighting system. So it's definitely improved over the last few years. So yeah, this is Sunnyside Yard, and then I'm going to jump back into an ACS service and then do a bit of an outro, because this has been fun to have a little revisit of Train Sim World, and it's been good to know and good to see how much it's improved since. And here we go, I've spawned in at Newark Penn, which is interesting because this looks a lot different as well now. If you look at this, look how different the scenery looks now. If you go to New York Trenton and have a look at this route, it looks so much different. Like the scenery all around here is completely different. There's more of a skyline. The buildings look, you know, a lot different, and the scenery, you know, I don't think they put too much effort into the scenery in the older games, because obviously it was more about the train simulation, but now it's the whole experience, the scenery and the lot. Obviously the station looks quite familiar. I've never spotted this platform before. I've never spotted that before. That's quite cool. There is planes as well, so it's cool to see that there's still planes in the game. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to leave this video here. Let me jump back to my train. It's been very cool looking at this version of Train Sim World, having a little bit of a revisit. I only wanted to have a little look at the main menu and some of the mechanics and stuff, just to see how much the game has changed over the last few iterations. Obviously, you know, with Train Sim World 5 coming out, the game looks immense. You know, scenery, lighting, it's changed so much. Controls as well. Something as simple as changing the camera from the internal to the external is so much more seamless now. So the game is definitely improved, and it's quite clear from revisiting this route and this version of the game that a lot has been, well, upgraded really. So yeah, that has been a revisit of Train Sim World 2020. I've quite enjoyed this. This has been fun to have a little bit of a reminisce and look at something from a couple of years ago and see how much it's changed. I definitely think that the new versions of Train Sim World are much better now. But you know, you have still got to pay homage to where it came from. And I mean, this wasn't even a bad simulator back in the day, so it was still decent when it first came out. But obviously, as time has gone on, the game has improved and evolved so much. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please smash that like button and subscribe. If you're new, I'd massively appreciate it. Let me know what you think of Train Sim World 2020, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.